platform itself, as we know it, has always been around innovation, collaboration, and transparency.
Instead of doing the custom development, we just use the standard features.
I can put a whole app together in close to no time.
We're able to provide easy UIs that place the information that the user needs right there in their fingertips.
I'm currently really excited about the new Lightning mobile experience. I think that's going to be a real game changer for organizations that are moving on the Salesforce platform.
It's huge improvements of what they can do on the go.
Now I have information at my fingertips that allow me to make quick decisions.
It's just a huge time saver altogether.
Every individual boost that you can make to end user productivity has a significant translation to employee happiness, but also to customer happiness.
Welcome to Dreamforce, and welcome to the Lightning Keynote. It's great to be here with all of you again today. I'm Ryan Ellis, and my team and I run product for Lightning. And we're so excited because we're going to talk to you about the features that we build, things that are coming to you soon, or sneak peeks of things that are right around the corner. We're going to do it in the form of stories, your stories, stories from amazing companies like Deloitte, John Hancock, and Corning. You're going to see and hear how they're using Lightning to build dynamic experiences that their customers, partners, and employees love. And then we're going to get into some really cool demos. I expect some clappies out there. You're going to see how you can benefit firsthand from these technologies. But before we get into all that, first, I want to really thank you. There's a ton of you here in the room. It's an amazing room. I know many, many of you have come a long, long way. Thank you for being here today. And thank you to the thousands of you online. We really appreciate your time and your energy because we're product managers, and we love talking to you. You give us feedback, and you drive us with your ideas and your feedback. Please keep that coming and help us to shape this roadmap and make the very best product for you. And thank you to our Lightning champions. We have many of you here in the room today. These are fantastic people, people like Daniel Gorton and Ali Lawler. They have helped our customers to jump forward with Lightning, to see all new levels of productivity and agility. Thank you for your dedication and your energy. You know, leading up to Dreamforce, I spent a lot of time talking to many of you about what Lightning means to you. And you know what? I heard a lot of things. It's probably our fault. First of all, it's about a user experience. And maybe some of you are more focused on that transition from Classic. Or maybe if you're a developer, we have any developers in the room? Maybe you wanted to more talk about that component-based architecture. Or maybe a larger platform story overall. And for some of you, maybe really this is just about change. Well, you know, the crazy thing is that all of these things are right. And I think we need to do a better job of helping you to understand what we mean by Lightning and how you're going to benefit from it. So let me give it a try. Lightning is the experience layer for Salesforce. It empowers everyone to build beautiful experiences that are going to accelerate your productivity and provide you with more flexibility. And you can trust it because it's based upon our enterprise-grade frameworks. These are things that are powering experiences for millions of people all around the world. Okay, if that didn't help you enough, let me get into the problem that we were trying to solve. You see, building experiences that are beautiful and stand the test of time continues to be hard. But it's not because of technology. There's lots of great frameworks and tools out there that you can use to build beautiful but hard-coded experiences. You see, the real problem is that the world is changing and your business is changing. And you need to be able to be fast and agile to keep up in these dynamic times. And I'm sorry, but those hard-coded experiences, they are just not cutting it anymore. And that's why our customers love Salesforce Lightning. Now you can build Maybe a clicker will go this time. There we go. Now you can build dynamic experiences with a modern UI that's as agile as your business. You know, I like to think of Lightning as being made up of 3 major parts. First, it's a rich, out-of-the-box experience. And it comes with great tools like console navigation, utility bar, and Kanban. And it accelerates your productivity. And some of our customers are seeing upwards of 25% improvements in productivity. That's huge. Next, it's our low-code builders. These are tools that empower everyone to build and define these experiences without writing any code or tests. And lastly, it's our enterprise-grade frameworks. They give you built-in trust. And your developers are going to love them because they can use the same skills and tools that they already know. Now, I'm a visual learner. Maybe some of you are as well. So let's take a look at how this all comes together in some pictures. See, up at the top of that Lightning stack, we have these runtimes. And there are a lot of them. There's a Lightning experience, which gives you the ability to deliver experiences to employees on their desktop. And when you want to give that experience to them on the go, we have the Salesforce mobile app. And for your customers, your partners, we have Lightning communities, and there are many other runtimes as well. And all of these things can be manipulated with our builders. These are low-code tools that anyone can use. Things like the Lightning App Builder, which allows you to drag and drop and really draw the page and how it should be laid out. Or the Lightning Flow Builder. It's one of the things throughout this conference I've been talking to people about Flow, and it's been opening up people's eyes. You're going to see some amazing stuff about it later on. It allows you to do declarative app logic without writing any tests or code. And all of this sits on top of our frameworks, which are modern, and that your developers will love because they can use modern JavaScript and web standards. These are skills they've already got or can easily learn. And that whole Lightning layer at the top, that UI layer, it's connected to the back end of Salesforce by our services. Things like APIs, Apex, and the Lightning Data Service. And this allows rich data and metadata to come up into that user experience layer and bring it to life. Now that's Lightning. Now if you zoom out a bit further, you'll understand how it fits into the larger picture, the Salesforce Customer 360 platform. You see, Lightning is a critical part of that platform. It's the glue, the UI layer that goes across all of those different products. And it provides a seamless experience and set of tooling across all of them so that your users have the same context in every place they go. Now, I hope you have a better understanding of what we mean by Lightning. We're going to get into how you're going to benefit from it. We're going to do that in 3 chapters. First, we're going to talk about how you can build engaging experiences with Lightning that are going to draw your users in. Next, we're going to talk about how you can automate business processes and accelerate your productivity of your organization. And last, we're going to talk about how you can bring Lightning on the go so you can deliver rich experiences to your users no matter where they are. And to help us do all that, please give a warm welcome to our amazing demo team, Kevin and Aubrey. They're the magic behind these shows. All right, why don't we get right into it now? Let's please bring up Vin Adala, who's going to walk us through building engaging experiences.
Thank you so much, Ryan. I'm so excited to be here today because I get to talk about something I'm very passionate about. I want to show you all today how you can use Lightning to build, customize, and roll out solutions and applications quickly and efficiently. We all know how challenging it is to build applications. We have distributed teams across the world. We have teams that work very, very differently. The way your HR department uses your application is going to be very different than the way the sales team uses it. However, your applications need to be robust enough to solve each of their problems adequately and meet the business goals. In fact, 78% of IT admins agree that it's really a big challenge to build for multiple teams. Now, once you've overcome that challenge through a lot of time and investment and testing, the next step is rolling it out and ensuring proper adoption. Without this, the solutions that you've built just don't have the business impact that you want it to have. 29% of IT leaders feel that only 29% of them feel that they just have enough resources to do this adequately. And this is where Lightning comes in. Lightning helps you solve these problems by allowing you to quickly build applications, roll them out, and ensure engagement to have that business impact. The cornerstone for all this is Lightning App Builder. It's a world-class tool with which you can build applications, pages in your applications, customizations, and roll it out. Now, as Ryan said earlier, your feedback is really, really important to us, and we've gone through that. And we know right now, the #1 most voted idea exchange idea is dependent page layouts. I haven't even made the announcement yet, and I can tell you, I am so excited to introduce to you dynamic forms as our answer. I absolutely love this feature, and I know when you get your hands on it, you're going to feel exactly the same way. Now, with dynamic forms, for the first time ever, inside Lightning App Builder, you'll be able to drag and drop fields and sections and place it on your Lightning pages. Yes. We're going to show you this. We're going to show you this. Our demo team's right here. Now, we're not stopping there. We're taking this innovation and extending it into our platform. The next place we're extending it to is actions. We're calling this dynamic actions. Within App Builder, you'll be able to configure actions in the Highlights panel and elsewhere on your pages. And on top of all of that, assign visibility rules. You'll be able to see only the actions and the fields at the appropriate time and not just get a plethora of sections and fields. It's going to be a game changer. Now, once you've built all this out, got really excited about it, next step, as I said, is rolling out, ensuring quick adoption of everything that you've built. We want these things to have impact as soon as possible. And in-app guidance is a great feature to make this happen. The traditional methods of engaging your users and training them are great, but we think in-app guidance is the best way to do it. With in-app guidance, you can create prompts and training right where it matters the most, right within the application. With this, you can track engagement, create reports, even have links for gathering data and surveys. It's awesome, and if you haven't tried in-app guidance, definitely go for it and integrate it into your applications. Now, to bring all of this together, I want to talk a little bit about Deloitte. Deloitte. We have some people from Deloitte here. There we go. That's right. Now, Deloitte is a strategic global Salesforce partner, and they build applications to solve very, very complex business problems for their clients. In fact, they're using Salesforce to build a custom application called Jupyter. And with Jupyter, they manage their customer relations and also their pipeline. Let's take a few moments to see how we can partner with Deloitte to bring some of these features into Jupyter. Aubrey and Kevin, can you bring up the demo, please? There we are. This is Jupyter. Now, on this homepage, we see information about the business, KPIs that we're tracking. We see opportunity reports and some nice charts and graphs that tell us exactly what's happening in our business right at our fingertips. A lot of this was built right with Lightning App Builder using components that already come built in, standard components. Let's take a look at opportunities, because this is where a lot of our sales users spend their time. And within opportunities, you should all see something very familiar. In fact, you may have this in your organization. There's lots of fields here, lots of sections, and this has traditionally worked well for us, but it requires a lot of scrolling. And sometimes when you just want to edit 1 or 2 fields, it's very hard to find it, and it's very hard to be very efficient with this. Now, to solve this problem today, you have to jump into code, and you have to build a completely custom solution. However, we're changing this with dynamic forms. our users have told us they only want to see the section and the fields relevant to the stage that they're on. Right now, we're on the identified stage, and already you see a huge difference. You don't have to deal with all the fields and the sections, just deal with what you need. Now, notice here below opportunity type, there's no fields here, but as soon as we modify this to go to a qualified stage, just keep your eye on what happens right below opportunity type. Let's go to qualified. Mark that. Oh, what? Where did that come from? There's a new field here, proposal required. There was no refreshes, it just sort of magically appeared. Well, that is one of the benefits of dynamic forms. Let's show them how we did this using App Builder. The first thing you'll notice on the left side is a brand new Fields tab. Ooh. There we go. Look at that. We're able to drag and drop proposal due date, place it right on our page. Look at that. And we now want to make sure that this field only shows up when the proposal required value is true. We don't want to clutter up the screen. We don't want it to make it really complicated. So now we've ensured that this one field that we just added only shows up at the right time. Now, our users also told us when we're on the proposal submitted field stage, they want to be tracking their competitors efficiently and quickly. We think the best way to do this is using the action bar. You can drag and drop that and assign actions to it. There's a competitor quick action that we created. We'll add that to this, and also set the visibility such that it only shows up when we are on the proposal submitted stage. Look at that. And now we can hit save, and let's take this for a spin. Let's take it in runtime there, and once we switch over to qualified, there we are. Let's set the proposal required, and watch very carefully. There it is, the field. I did tell you I love this feature, right? This is exactly why. Now, once we go over to proposal submitted, it does exactly what you expect. There's your action right there. Now, we're going to be bringing that power, like I said, to Highlights panel and a number of other places where you have actions. Now, we're all excited about this. We want to roll this out to our users and get proper adoption. And Deloitte has been an early adopter of in-app guidance feature, and they've already built a ton of prompts to help their user. We're just going to be adding a couple more to that. So let's take a look at our first prompt, where we are now exposing the new features that we just added right now in Jupyter, and giving a nice scrollable bullet points right where it matters the most within the application. In addition to this, we add another prompt to grab feedback. Imagine that. It's really important to be able to get feedback from your users such that as you're building this out, with every iteration, this application gets better and better and better, right? Let's now jump back to presentation, please. So what did you just see in the last few minutes? I introduced 2 new requests from our users where they wanted changes to the way they're working with Jupyter. We're able to, with clicks right in front of your eyes, add those and change our applications to meet those needs. We made them more efficient. We rolled it out and also created a mechanism to gain their feedback. This, my friends, is the power of Lightning. Now, next slide, please. Now, I want to introduce you all to somebody very, very special at Deloitte. She and her team, they run user experience and change management for Jupyter. In fact, they just rolled Jupyter out to over 50,000 users, ranging from senior executives to upper management. So please welcome Erica Adams.
Hi.
Hi, Erica. As you can see, we're all excited you're here. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you for having me. You know, you could probably hear from down there my woohoos, how excited I am about this.
Exactly. And I'm so happy for that, too. You know, what I want to understand from you is, you know, Ryan said earlier that Lightning means something different to each person. Yep. What about you and your team? What does Lightning mean to you?
So Lightning to me means the ability to roll out cool stuff quickly without having to call our developers to ask them to do it and having to explain to them what we're trying to get. So really the ability to react to users' feedback and get cool stuff out of the door quickly.
Perfect, and that makes things very efficient, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And I was, as I mentioned earlier, super impressed. I mean, a rollout size of 50,000 is not at all small. What are some challenges that Lightning allowed you to overcome when you did this?
So for us, it's not just the number 50,000 that is the challenge with our user base, it's who the 50,000 people are. So our 50,000 users are the partners and senior executives at Deloitte. And these women and men cannot be taken out of the marketplace to be trained on how to use this tool. It is not something, they need to be out with our clients, they need to be building those relationships, bringing in additional business and serving our clients. So they can't be trapped in a classroom learning how to log opportunities or, do customer relationship management. So we needed to build something very intuitive and make it, I'll probably get in trouble for this, but make it partner-proof, Deloitte partner-proof, so they can't go wrong. And obviously, Lightning allows us to do this, and this allows us to do it really, really well, to do what we've been doing, building custom solutions to this. We've been coding custom solutions, which get very expensive very quickly, especially when you're trying to add a field. And the second part is, because we can't trap those partners in a classroom to train them, we want to be able to serve up the information they need at the moment that they need that information. And we do that through in-app guidance, so telling them about a new feature, and then linking out to a short training video or training guide on exactly that feature at the moment that they need it.
Erica, that's a beautiful and inspiring story, because that's what gets people like me, product managers, going and fired up. So thank you so much for being here with us today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
It's truly inspiring to hear that. And you just saw how with Lightning you can build, roll out, and engage your users with the applications you're building. Next, I want to bring up onto stage Alex to talk about how you can automate manual processes. Thank you all.
Good afternoon. As a product manager in Salesforce's automation and decisioning group, I spend a lot of time thinking about business processes. Now, everybody wants seamless experiences, but a lot of business processes can be manual and inefficient. Consider something like going to Dreamforce. What you want is pretty straightforward. You want to go, have a good time, learn a lot, and make sure your expenses get reimbursed when you get back. But in a lot of organizations, that kind of thing requires manual paperwork, multiple rounds of email, interminable delays, and a lot of aggravation. And that's why Salesforce created Lightning Flow, to make it easier and faster for organizations to create seamless experiences with automated processes. Flow starts with point-and-click builders that provide reusable building blocks in a no-code environment. It makes it easy to orchestrate workflows across both Salesforce and non-Salesforce systems. And you can create solutions with Flow that range from scheduled, high-volume back-end automations to highly personalized visual experiences available at every customer touchpoint. Now, last year, we talked about our new Flow Builder. Since then, we've continued to invest. You can now use Flow templates, allowing you to start from a pre-built flow instead of a blank canvas. And you can find an increasing number of those templates on AppExchange. You also can now incorporate Lightning Web Components into Flow screens, which means that you can craft a highly customized visual element packed with functionality and deploy that in a way that can be used drag and drop by all of your organization's flow builders. Meanwhile, advances in external services are making it easier to connect your flows to web APIs on the outside and enterprise APIs on the inside. Now, I want to talk about a trailblazer who has been doing a lot with Flow. John Hancock has been providing insurance solutions for more than 100 years. And one of the services they provide is long-term care. Now, when you're filing an initial benefit request for long-term care benefits, the last thing you need are a lot of process headaches. John Hancock's process involved 14 pages of paper. And if there were any missing pieces or inaccurate pieces of information, back and forth that paper would go in the US mail. And John Hancock wanted a better experience for their customers. So they digitized that process, and they turned it into a dynamic experience, and they hooked up the additional systems necessary to make that happen. And let's take a look at that. Kevin, Aubrey, let's switch over to the demo. Now, I'll start from the perspective of Maria. She's a director of operations and customer service. And she starts this process on the website using a community page so that all of John Hancock's customers can take advantage of this flow. From the very first screen, do a keynote, they said. It'll be fun, they said. I'm going to switch personas now to Jack, a John Hancock customer. And from the very first screen, Jack is faced with very specific questions tuned to that specific business process, because Flow makes it easy to create that kind of highly targeted content. Moving forward, Jack validates his personal information using a Lightning Web component that's quietly handling a lot of the layout and formatting. Across the top of the screen, another component is keeping Jack aware of exactly where he is in this multi-step process. We'll go forward, and Jack will select the services he needs from a set of checkboxes. Now, make a note of those checkboxes, because we're going to be coming back to that. On the next screen, Jack is asked a question about whether the insured has seen a doctor in the last 6 months, and when he says yes, you can see that an additional question is revealed. That's that same dynamic form capability that Vin was talking about, here made available inside of Flow screens. And when Jack goes to the next step, he'll once again take advantage of that conditional field visibility. So he's almost done, and as a final step, he executes a DocuSign agreement, and the DocuSign is embedded right into the Flow, making that process seamless. And so we're done. And this is pretty good. But Maria figures out that there's plenty of ways to improve this. And one of the nice things about Flow is how easy it makes it to make those kinds of incremental improvements. So she goes to Flow Builder. This is the tool behind the scenes where that flow was crafted. She's got standing by another screen element that has an additional Lightning Web component. And she's going to hook that in and rerun her flow. And that Lightning Web component is going to create a much more attractive visual experience. So we're seeing how you can take these components, deploy them, make them available easily, and here the kind of benefit. Let's just forward to the picker. Here you can see the kinds of benefit we're talking about. Much more appealing, much more customized, much more attractive, and a better experience for the customer. So thanks a lot, guys. Let's switch back to the presentation. So we've seen how John Hancock took a manual process, we've seen how they digitized it, turned it into a dynamic experience, and hooked in the necessary external systems. And what I'd like to do now is ask to join me on stage one of the people behind that transformation. I want to invite a woman who isn't just a lead solution designer at John Hancock. She's also a leader in the larger Flow community. Please give a warm welcome to Jennifer Lee.
Hi, Alex.
Good to see you again. Welcome to Dreamforce.
Thank you.
So the question now for you, what does Lightning mean?
Lightning to me means something that's modern, that's fast, so I could build apps fast, I could deploy them fast, and it improves productivity.
And now, Jen, you've been working with Flow for a long time. You're very experienced with it. There's a lot of people here in the audience who aren't. What advice would you give to someone just starting out?
So first, I would point them to Trailhead. So go and search on Flow, and you'll bring up the modules that are appropriate for Flow. Take the modules, and then take the projects. Get hands-on with that. I want to just share my story about Flow.
Yeah, please.
Because a lot of times, folks will come up to me and say, I know Flow is important. It's a skill that I need to know, but it's really difficult for me to learn. So back in 2015, when Process Builder was introduced, I learned that there was a thing called visual workflow. Didn't know that it existed. And I'm like, oh, this is great. You could use Process Builder and Flow to build things declaratively and not have to go to code if necessary. So I told my team, consider using Flow instead of code. Well, I couldn't really just tell them that. So I figured I had to learn it first, internalize it, and then teach my team. So I opened up Cloudflow Designer, which was the old interface for what now is Flow Builder. I saw the blank canvas, and I said, what's a variable? What am I supposed to do? And in that instance, I closed down Cloudflow Designer, hashtag epic fail. So I didn't get it the first time. I didn't get it the second time or the third time. And, but I was persistent. Google is your friend. You go and type Flow. And I was very lucky to have MVPs who, like Rakesh Gupta, Automation Champion, Brian Kwong and Mark Ross's Wizard News. And I found use cases that I could resonate with. And then I just built following their articles. And eventually it clicked. So I highly encourage you that if it doesn't click the first time, second time, third time, be persistent, and it will eventually resonate. So additional resources, since you're here at Dreamforce, I recommend taking the 30-minute Lightning workshop called Getting Started with Flow Builder. It's something that's near and dear to my heart because it's an excerpt of my hands-on training that I delivered at Southeast Dreamin' and Northeast Dreamin'. So do that. I also co-host Automation Hour with 2 other MVPs. So that's a free online webinar series. We present business use cases and process automation solutions. So we cover all skill set levels and solutions using Process Builder, Flow, Apex. So to register or to access our previous recordings, go to automationhour.com. I also have a blog post, so I wanted to pay forward and teach others to learn Flow. So I have a blog called Gen W Lead, so that's JEN1NWLEE.com. And lastly, I want to throw a plug to the unofficialsf.com website. And that's a great website that's unofficially managed by the Salesforce Process Automation Product Management team, where you can get a lot of information about flows, next best actions. You can install org components that boost up the power of Flow in your orgs.
Excellent. Jen, thank you so much for not only sharing some of your story, but pointing people at so many good resources. Please welcome Jen, or give a round of applause and appreciation for Jen Lee.
Thanks, Alex.
All right, so you've heard the first chapter. We talked about building the engaging experience. We've just talked about automation. For the final chapter, we want to talk about taking it on the go. And to lead you through that, please give a warm welcome to Salesforce Product Manager, Sue Barry. Thank you.
Hello, I'm so excited to be here. This is actually my first Dreamforce as a Salesforce employee. Okay, so let's take these dynamic Salesforce experiences on the go. In today's changing workplace, every experience must be a mobile experience. And we know this because 80% of CIOs state that a mobile phone is required for employees to get their job done. For me, as a product manager, I am often away from my desk, talking to customers, partners, and other team members. And I need to be able to complete my tasks while on the go. In addition, 75% of employees don't even sit at a desk today. Sales and service teams are in the field supporting their customers. And they need a platform that allows them to be successful and productive while they're on the road. And that's where Salesforce Mobile comes in. We delivered a revolutionary mobile experience to our customers called Salesforce One. We put Salesforce in the palm of your hand, allowing every user to run their business from their mobile phone. Think about how amazing that was. And after Salesforce One, we delivered Lightning to all of our customers worldwide. And throughout this presentation, you've been hearing about all the amazing features that Lightning has to offer on the desktop. And we haven't stopped there. Imagine if all the features we've been discussing were now instantly mobile. Customization, intelligence, productivity, without any additional effort. Lightning and mobile are truly better together, and we're bringing that to you today. I am thrilled to introduce the new Salesforce mobile app. Your entire business is now instantly mobile, conversational, smart, and powered by Lightning. Productivity is built in. All your existing Lightning customizations and applications you've already built, now mobile. And we can all be smarter on the go with AI. You can enhance every single mobile interaction with a layer of intelligence. And build custom experiences fast. Deliver those Lightning applications and customizations for both desktop and mobile. So now let's take a closer look at some of these mobile experiences. With Notification Builder, you can deliver context-rich, custom notifications that are unique for every function and every user. With Einstein Voice Assistant, you can talk to Salesforce, update your contacts, opportunities, and accounts, and create tasks to take action fast. And we understand that your brand is the soul of your business. With Mobile Publisher, you can take the Salesforce mobile app and brand it as your very own. How awesome is that? And you get to focus on the good stuff, delivering those dynamic experiences, and let Salesforce handle the rest. Mobile Publisher will manage your deployment to the App Store and Google Play Store for you. So let's see how these amazing mobile experiences come to life with our trailblazer Corning. Actually, many of us in this room have Corning in our pocket. The iPhone and many Android phones are protected using Corning's patented Gorilla Glass. I think that's pretty cool. What a great customer to share their mobile experience with us. So Corning needs a mobile experience that's customized their employees' specific needs. Let's take a look at the demo and see how they plan to do that. Okay, so here you have Corning's mobile app, Corning's app. And we're looking at a contract that's currently in progress. And the administrator, Amir, has customized this screen with desktop users in mind. However, he's received requests from lawyers on the go that they want in-context navigation to help them be more productive while they're going from client to client. So let's help them with that and edit this page. And one of the great features here in App Builder is that in addition to desktop preview, you can now also view previews for the phone. And let's switch to the phone view. And what you can see is that all of those customizations and applications that were for desktop, instantly mobile. Let's drag the Salesforce Map component onto the screen. And with Salesforce Map, we can easily configure it and tell it to grab the location from the contract. And then while our customizations are for both desktop and mobile, Amir is empowered to say this is a mobile-only experience, and he specifies that here. And now, this is my favorite part. When you save this page and you refresh the mobile app, those changes are immediate. When we say instant, we mean instant. And those lawyers get to take advantage of this feature right away. So, right, well, let's go ahead and make more changes. Amir's also heard that managers have become a bottleneck for contract modification approvals. Like the rest of us, they're busy, they're not checking their emails every 2 minutes, so we can help them with that. Let's create a custom notification. And here in Process Builder, we can see that once the contract is modified, the contract owner's manager will get a notification. And one of the great new features with Notification Builder is that you can now send push notifications in addition to desktop and in-app notifications. So we go into the delivery settings, and we specify Corning as the mobile app for push notifications. And now Corning wants to enhance their mobile experience. They're going to take the Salesforce mobile app and brand it as their very own. And here in Mobile Publisher, they can specify icons, the launch page, styling, fonts, everything they need for a fully branded experience. And we've just recently published this app, so let's take a look at the branded app. Okay, and now we jump to Deborah. Deborah is a lawyer on the go. And when she first came into this app, she personalized this experience for her very own. She's in contracts every day, and so she wants to see contracts as the first item in her tab bar. And she drags contracts over to the left, and she sees that as the first item on her mobile phone. And Deborah just recently completed a meeting with a client, and the client wants to change the contract. And she's going to do this, and she's going to use Einstein Voice to convert her meeting notes into action. So let's zoom into Einstein. So Deborah wants to talk to Salesforce. So she presses the talk button. My meeting with Cody Builders went well. Update the contract to 10,000 and move the start date to January 20th, 2020. And now Einstein Voice will listen to this and look for matching records. And it finds more than one. And so we're going to go ahead and select the patent contract. And now it's going to see if we want to do anything else. And say, no thanks, that's it. And before it makes any changes, it will actually confirm with us if the changes are fine. So we can see the changes here, and we update the contract. And it all looks great. And we're done. So now we're going to zoom over to Alicia, Deborah's manager. And Alicia gets an instant notification to take action fast. Okay, back to slides. So what we saw in this demo was that Amir was able to use customization to help his lawyers on the go be more productive. Deborah was able to personalize her experience and talk to Salesforce. And then Alicia was able to use instant notifications to take action fast. Now, I want to introduce our trailblazer, Rocket. Rocket is the director of legal operations and strategy for Corning. Other than having a very cool name, Rocket is a Salesforce mobile champion. He brought legal data and analytics to mobile devices for Corning's law department. I want to welcome Rocket. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. It's like a big party. I love this. This is awesome.
Well, we've been talking to our other trailblazers about Lightning. Why don't you tell our audience what Lightning means to you?
Oh, wow. Lightning. Yeah. Lightning to me equals low code, and low code is paramount. I have subject matter experts across the law department, many of whom never developed software, maybe lightly developed software, and they can start developing on their own. They can design exactly what they want, which makes sense for them on a day-to-day basis. And it's just awesome for them. And then when they're done, it doesn't stop there, right? As you've shown, it's ready for web, it's ready for mobile, and it really provides that continuous and frictionless experience anywhere.
And with talking to you before this, you've always been so passionate about mobile. How did you get started with mobile, and why?
Oh, wow. I was at a prior company. I go way back, 2006, and we were working on applications, and we're trying to just aggregate all our data and documents in one place. And actually, that was way back in the classic UI, UX, right? And about a year and a half ago, I got to Corning, and I was like, hey, that playbook really worked well. I wonder if it'll work here at Corning, right? So I actually got together with some Salesforce execs, and I said, hey, can you validate my playbook? And they said, well, your playbook is still good, but it's better. We have Lightning now, right? I was like, what is Lightning? And they took me through it low code. I was like, this is just completely awesome, right? So, so from my perspective, reusing a playbook that's successful for you, that's awesome and that's great. But when your platform partner improves it for you, I'm like, all right, I'm with that, right? So that was awesome.
Yeah, that's great. Well, thank you for coming out and joining us, Rocket.
Thank you.
Okay, so we've all just heard about how you can take these dynamic experiences on the go. I want to welcome Ryan back to the stage. Ryan.
Thank you, Sue. So what do you all think? It's pretty amazing, right? You just heard how you can build these engaging experiences using dynamic forms and dynamic actions, things that you've been asking for a long time, and how you can roll those things out to your users all around the world, like you heard with Deloitte, using in-app guidance. And then how you can use amazing tools like Lightning Flow Builder and Lightning Web Components to deliver automated business processes that accelerate productivity. And then how you can take all of that on the go with you with the Salesforce mobile app. It's been a jam-packed set of releases. We're so excited about it, but there's a lot more coming. We're going to continue, yes, get all the phones out. We're going to continue to enhance in-app guidance. We're going to give you multilingual support. We're going to give you embedded videos, and we're going to give you multi-step prompts to give you even more ways to roll things out to your users. Next, we're going to give you more options while you're on the go. You'll be able to use the Lightning experience, the whole thing, on your iPad browser. And then later, we're going to give you even more flexibility by giving you customizable global headers and navigation regions. This is going to allow you to create whatever experience you'd like for your users. Our show is coming to an end, but there's lots more. Please join us tomorrow. We have the admin keynote. Go deep with that community and their tools. Or join our team at the Platform Park, Meadow, and the Lair. Get hands-on. Get your questions to your burning answers to your burning questions, and go deep with these products. And later, when you're at home, check out Trailhead. We put together an amazing trail mix that goes through many of these features and more. Keep learning and giving us your feedback. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of Dreamforce. I'll see you guys next time.